I was brought up under a man. I think I mentioned him last time. If you ever have any opportunities, you want to look up a guy, Dr. Bruce Morgan was a New Covenant preacher long before his time. I'm talking in the 70s and the 80s. Again, his name was Bruce Morgan. His messages, some of them were basically his conversations with God. His fights, his arguments, his pride, all those things.
That's
because
cool.
He had such a deep relationship with him that he would respond to that and share it with other people. He doesn't hold back. But I've got to tell you, I knew him. He was a president of the Bible college I went to. I know who he was. And he's genuine. His things are still out there if you YouTube him, if you'd like to listen to some things. He has some amazing perception. It's fun. It's great to listen to a grace-filled message that comes from that long time ago.
Yeah, I'm going to have to check that out.
Wow, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, enjoy it. Give me some feedback on it. That'd be great.
And the line of checking things out, too. When you publish that latest music series, let me know, because I want to send the link to everybody so they can listen to it. So far, cool. Melissa has heard it. My sister's heard it. I want the rest of these guys to hear it, because it was incredible. What a piece of work.
Those songs, I was bawling.
At work. You made me cry at work.
The one I sent you was Grace, right? That's the one. I have two of them. One is called Grace. The other one is called In the Dust. So I guess you got the Grace one, because that makes me cry too.
If you look it up on Spotify, you just look up Jack Eldridge, right?
Yeah. There's about 25 different songs I have on there if you'd like to check that out. But one thing I know about Jesus is probably one of my favorite songs. Yeah, that's an awesome song.
I thought Lenny said it best. He asked me, what I thought about it. We were talking at dinner, and Lenny said, it seems like he had a cool way of saying it, but basically that as a Christian man, you've obviously been through a lot of experiences where you can really help some people. It's evident that you have it in those songs because you wrote them.
Right.
It's just beautiful. I could so relate, and I know Patty would love it too. And the ones with the
I'm going to link to it in
talking
this
about married
episode too for our listeners. Yeah.
Beautiful picture of
once you put it on there, I want to link to that somewhere.
Sure, the What If We Loved?
Yes.
Yeah.
That one.
What If We Loved? I love that song.
That is so beautiful.
So my songs have all started with poetry that I've written over the last 30 years. So every song comes from one of those poems that I've written. So that's the important thing, because artists, poets, good poets write from their life. And so, I guess I'm puffing myself up. I didn't mean to do that, but what I meant is there's a reality in our poetry. But you know what? People are not interested in poems, but they love music. I shared this with Lenny a long time ago, but that is really why I went to music, because the truth is there. I listen to my own music because I'm tired of listening to music that gives me platitudes or says nice things. There's lots of Christian artists out there that say nice things, but they're not necessarily all the truth. But because they have a nice rhythm, a nice beat to it, you sort of fall into it. You like it. We're fortunate enough last week to go to a Lauren Daigle concert. And there's a lot more to that than I can share, but her songs are New Covenant songs. They're songs of life. And it's pretty awesome to experience that.
Yes. Lenny's sister, Carrie. I don't know if Carrie's on the call right now, but I know she really likes her.
Oh, yeah. Sometime I'll share about my COVID experience and the effect that Lauren had on my life through that whole thing. Yeah, well, thank you for the compliments about the song. That's so encouraging. I need feedback because I've got a bunch of them coming out. It's not about me being on the radio. It's about people being able to listen to truth. The grace of God that's deeper than we can imagine needs to be broadcast to every creature, because that's the true gospel. So I'm playing with that. So you can pray for me about that.
Thank you for sharing that. Yes, we will. I know I will.
That's a great idea. I like that.
I just really appreciate you sharing about grace through suffering, because
grace,
Yes, I know I'm not the only one here, but I'm going through one of the greatest struggles of my life right now. And I really needed to hear those sort of things, and sometimes you listen to all these songs on the radio. They make you feel good, no doubt, but it kind of feels like, am I the only one that's suffering? Am I the only one that's hurting? Am I the only one that feels this way, because everybody else seems to be just, smiling and dancing. And sometimes you just need to hear from somebody that has struggled and gotten through it through God's grace like that.
Yeah. Well, amen. That's so true. I'll share this very quickly, and then I'm going to have to scoot here quick. But in 2021, in October of that year, I got COVID. I refused to take any inoculations, any shots or anything. That was my personal preference.
Yeah.
And I was in a hospital for 60 days, and I was on a ventilator.
They put you on the ventilator?
I was on the ventilator, yeah.
Oh.
And doctor came in and told me that I was going to die. All those things happened to me. It was beyond feeling, believing who God was. And that's what sometimes happens to us, Melissa, even. We get in places where we can't feel the emotion of where we're at, but we still confess who he is. That's huge. Because it's just like the 3 Hebrew boys, just like Daniel. It's just like those things where we come into a place in our life where we say, you know what? I said my life is yours. Now I'm acting on it. My life is yours. I told the doctor, I said, you know what? I'm not afraid of dying. I just don't think that's my time right now. Obviously it wasn't. It could be the doctor saying right now, oh, he was wrong. But my point is this. There's no length or depth or height that can separate us from his love. If we don't experience the height and the depth, we don't prove it. And it's never his fault. That's grace. Grace is saying it's never his fault. He's not doing this to me. This is an experience in life where his grace is being revealed in me.
Yep.
And now you can actually help other people. If you've never experienced these things, how are you going to help others that are suffering?
Yes. And we can have more confidence in our Christian experience that other people can see. But also in our life, we can see that. We can experience that grace in a depth that says, hey, you know what? That's nothing. See what I've been through. God was still there. I always say this, God is always below the bottom. He's always below the bottom. Amen.
When you think you hit rock bottom.
He's still under there.
Yeah.
He's under there. He's under rock bottom. Yeah, he's down there.
Amen.
So,
thank you for sharing that.
Thanks for hanging out with me. Don't let it get out too much. It's awesome. It's a great experience. Thank you for the whole thing. Lenny, thank you for what you're doing. And I'm thinking about talking to you about maybe inviting some other folks and maybe putting some public invitations out when you're ready.
That'd be awesome.
And just have a good time together.
Hey, I'm game. Yeah, just let me know.
Sure you are. Okay. Thanks again for the compliments about my music. I love that. And we're going to be doing some things with that down the road. All right. Thank you, you guys.
Take care, Jack.